Hello friends and welcome back. This week's video is all about simple summer suppers, and we're going to start off with this charcuterie board. This heirloom tomato was so delicious, and it was a part of what was my very favorite thing on this charcuterie board. I'm going to show you this delicious little quick treat that I made to go along with all the other goodies on the board. First off, I just sliced up this tomato, and then I ended up going ahead and cutting these slices in half. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing when I first started cutting this up, exactly how I was going to put this all together, but I decided let's do these in half, and they're going to fit just perfectly. All right, this was a loaf of ciabatta, like a ciabatta loaf, and so I cut those into little pieces, and then I'm going in with this delicious marinated mozzarella cheese, putting that on the bread, putting the tomato on top, giving it a generous little dousing of the olive oil there, coming in with some salt and some black pepper. And you can see here that I'm doing this in my air fryer. Now you can certainly do this in the oven as well, but the air fryer worked out perfectly. I used this whipped garlic and herb cream cheese, and I put some of that on the pieces of bread as well, and kind of just left those plain, and that was perfect to build little sandwiches with. I had some brown sugar smoked ham, some salami, we had various kinds of cheese, pepperoni, dried apricots, some cashews, some wheat thins, and Swiss cheese. And so we could just, build little sandwiches with that bread and the cream cheese. And then these little crostinis with the mozzarella cheese and tomato. They were just off the chart delicious. This hit the spot. We ate out on the porch. This was a very quick and easy, delicious meal. Next up, we had chicken burrito bowls. And this is so light and refreshing, very quick to put together. And so let me show you what I did this particular night for our dinner. So I had one small boneless, skinless chicken breast. I just cut that up into small pieces. Just gonna saute this here in a little bit of olive oil. I generously seasoned it with the citrusy garlic seasoning from Trader Joe's. Let that fry up. I opened up a can of these black beans and got out a lot of other various things to be our toppings. I had some frozen corn. I just zapped that in the microwave. I had some leftover cilantro lime rice. That was perfect. We have some cheese and some lettuce, sour cream, cilantro, jalapenos, some sauces, lime, green onions. Anything that you like on a taco or with your Mexican food goes great with a burrito bowl. So I just raided the fridge and freezer and got these things all out and set up our little station here. What I did not remember until at this moment here is that I had some of this delicious white queso that I buy at Costco, and I was like, okay, let's get that out and heat it up. So I just zapped a little bit of that in the microwave and put that on instead of the shredded cheese. But you just doctor these things up however you want them, and it's just so good. It's light, refreshing, like I said. You just got the rice, the beans, the corn, the meat, all your toppings. We put a few chips on the side. Again, it sounds like a broken record, but out to the porch we went for this really quick and easy, delicious dinner. It has been so long since I have made a pan of fried potatoes. Tonight I put some onion in there, got these things seasoned up with whatever was sounding good when I was making them, and just fried up these potatoes in some bacon grease. And this was the perfect side to go along with these sausages that I needed to finish up. There is not much better than potatoes. You can make them so many different ways, and fried potatoes is one of our favorites, and I just don't make them very often. My dad loves fried potatoes. I grew up having fried potatoes at least once a week, and my mom usually always made them with smoked sausage. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm just putting a little bit of water in there to kind of steam these after they get a little bit of some color on them. I usually do that, and it helps speed up the process and get them tender. All right, now I mentioned the sausages package that we already had used some out of, and I needed to get these finished up. So I cut them up. They're that delicious, the cheddar and jalapeno, I think it is. Cut these up and sauteed them after I got the potatoes out of the pan. And I went in with some of this original open pit. Again, this is something I grew up on. Open pit was a family favorite at my house growing up. And so I just put a little bit of the open pit at the end there and let that kind of warm through. This was so, so good. This meal pairs together really well. Again, a very simple, quick and easy, home style, comfort food dinner. Since I just showed making a roast in the crock pot recently, I didn't film this one, but it's just a simple roast. I seasoned it up with salt, pepper, and garlic, put in some potatoes and carrots and let it slow cook all day. Cooked up some green beans, had some cottage cheese, some cucumbers, some peppers, and then I had some cornbread left over from another meal that I was able to use the last couple pieces to go along with this. This is a comfort food favorite at our house. And the slow cooker can really help you get things on the table quick and easy. You just put it in there and then go about your business. So you can't get much easier than that. And one thing about summertime cooking, if a grill is involved, you know it's going to be good. So I'm making a side to go along with our grilled steaks for tonight. So I just took one golden potato, cut it in half, put some olive oil on there, salt and pepper. So super simple in the way of seasonings. Just getting that really well coated, and I'm using my air fryer again for this. Now, of course, I've showed this on my channel several times. We love these, I call them half-baked potatoes in the oven. They only take about 25-30 minutes. But tonight I'm doing the air fryer just to keep from heating up my kitchen by turning on the oven. So I just put those in the air fryer for a little bit to cook those up. James grilled out these T-bone steaks. They were delicious, and then I just made us a side salad to go along with it. And so, like I said, a grill is one of the best parts about summer supper. So this is what we had this night. Put a little bit of sour cream on and butter on that potato. It just hit the spot. And last up, one of my sweet viewers, one of you, told me about making a pineapple cobbler. This was a good while back, but I was really excited to try this. So I used some frozen chunk pineapple, and I just didn't feel like that was enough. So I used some canned pineapple as well. And this is the same style of cobbler that I have made so many times. It's the cup of cobbler. And so this is the fruit that I used. I have this 9x13. And so I feel like the fruit, you know, it's kind of up to you how much fruit you want to use. So this is what I decided to go with. I wanted a good amount of the pineapple. And then it's 1 cup of milk. I use 1 cup of self-rising flour and 1 cup of sugar. And then I think generally it's a stick of butter, but I usually cut back a little bit on the butter because I don't feel like it needs a whole entire stick. But certainly put it in there if you want to. I think the original recipe calls for it, but yeah, so I like some liquid in, you know, like say you're making a peach cobbler and you use, I don't drain out the liquid. I like the liquid in there. So that's kind of what made me think a can of pineapple would be good in this as well, to give it some liquid. And look at this, you guys. So thank you so much for telling me about this. I've never had or heard of a pineapple cobbler, and it was amazing. We served it with some ice cream, and it was a big hit. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you every time you're here. If you enjoyed this, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up and let YouTube know you liked it. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button and stick around. That way, every time I'm in the kitchen, you can be in here with me. All right, see you next time, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.